Billionaires are
Billionaires Are Good.
I met Andrew WK once.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
So when I did that show, This Is Not Happening, Ari Shafir's Comedy Central storytelling show, they taped it at Cheetah's in Los Feliz, which is a strip club.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because Ari's like, ha ha ha, he's like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
Tits, you know? And
Which would be edgy if it was illegal. I
Right.
guess. But
Totally.
you just pay money and they'll let you in
yeah,
there.
we're recording it at the grocery store. Yeah, we're at a neighborhood favorite. Chano's. I like the chili cheese fries. So I taped it, and Ari was the best, by the way.
Yeah.
He was so. He actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. I'm sure it's fine because it was years ago. But for doing the show, it didn't pay very much. It paid like $1,000, which is.
Well, back then that was a lot of money.
Yeah, that's right, dude.
Back then that was like $1,200.
Yeah, back then it was like $1,200, and my rent was one shoe. I just had to buy the landlord a pair of shoes every 2 months.
That's a cool landlord.
Yeah, and shoes cost $1,200.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it wasn't good. He was a billionaire.
I think landlords are good.
Me too. That's our offshoot show, dude.
Yeah.
Landlords are good. But anyway, so I did that show, and he, as a bonus, gave us all a bag of mushrooms.
Okay.
And I didn't do
All right.
drugs at the time. I still don't. And he gave them to me, and I they created the whole crew area was in the back parking lot of Cheetah's, and then they made this big tent that was like sort of the hangout area for the comics with a spread of food and 2 TVs to watch what they were filming inside. But it was open air. There weren't doors. It was a tent. And he gives me this bag of mushrooms, and I was like, holy shit, and I held it up. He literally walks into the tent, throws it at me, and says, thanks for doing the show, buddy. And I held it up, and I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. And I'm such a moron with drugs because I don't do them. I held them up, and I was like, damn, you gave me mushrooms. And
Cool.
and he was like, put them away. What the fuck, man? And I was like, sorry, dude. I'm going to give them to my friend anyway. You don't have to worry about me, dude. These are going to be in my pocket for 45 minutes tops.
Hold them up.
Yeah, I unrolled the
That's
bag,
very
and I was
funny.
like, whoa, drugs! Illegal ones! Oh, hey, welcome to Billionaires Are Good,
That's right, everybody. Billionaires are good and drugs are bad.
That's right. I'm Dave Ross, and this is Penis Caleb.
That's
and you're,
right. That's what they call me.
That's what they call him ever since last week.
Hey, it caught on fast,
Yeah, get ready to lay down. If you're new to our show, we used to be called What's It Called, and now we're called Billionaires Are Good.
I don't remember that. I think it's always been Billionaires.
It's always been Billionaires Are Good, and no matter what we are, this is a lay down for your brain. Nothing matters here.
Nothing
Don't
matters.
have opinions or feelings. Nothing anyone thinks or says matters for the next 53 minutes.
Yeah, keep tipping.
Keep
and,
on tipping.
Let us know your favorite billionaire in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what billionaires you want us to talk about. We love talking shit about billionaires, and when I say talking shit, I mean complimenting them.
Right, because
They're
I want them
good.
to give a little of their money to me.
Yeah, I also just want to hang out with them because I think that they're really interesting, cool people. You know?
And I wonder
like how
what
they
they're up
act.
to.
Yeah.
What are they up to when they're not working?
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Are they like me? Do they jack off?
I bet they don't.
I bet they don't.
That's
dude.
the secret.
I bet they pay someone to jack them off. I wonder if 2 billionaires have ever fucked. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Are you
right.
just kidding?
Yeah, you're right.
You ever seen a movie?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's different. If 2 billionaires have sex.
I bet it's brief. I bet they're like, quick.
Yeah.
I got by 3:30.
I'm busy. Yeah, totally. The phones, 5 phones are ringing in the room.
Yeah.
There's all this gold coins falling out of their pockets the entire time they're fucking, I'll bet they come a different color.
No, they're just like us, Dave.
You're right. They're just like us.
They're just like
They
us.
own El Pollo Loco. They're just like me. Actually, I'll bet you the guy who owns El Pollo Loco is not a billionaire.
They also, billionaires talk like they do the same thing that the oldest person alive does, where they'll go, here's a secret. like Warren Buffett's always like, you got to drink a Coca-Cola every day, and you need to, I always read the paper.
Dude, my favorite people on earth are the people that are you got to do everything he says because he's a billionaire.
Right.
Yeah, every single thing he says is obviously correct. That's why it worked. Yeah, what I would do every day, I wait till 1:30 to put my pants on.
Right. What is it? They always go. The oldest man alive one time was like, cigars, they're not bad for you. And it was like, well, he is 120, so, you know.
Yeah, but he's just one guy.
Right. And it's just like the real secret is to not get hit by a vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that a pretty big one?
I think a pretty big secret is to just sort of pay attention to your body and brain, and take care of it. The guy, of course there's a guy, those motherfuckers, dude. Those assholes that are like, I am 120 years old, and every day of my life, I ate 4 pounds of bacon for breakfast, and 4 pounds of bacon 5 minutes after that. And I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes, and I fought a bear every night. And it's like, yeah, that works for you because you don't have the genes of someone who gets cancer.
Right.
But we have it.
Yeah. But here, doesn't it make you feel like Biden's what, 82? And half of his stories make no sense. He's like, Corn Pop and me went to...
maybe it's that.
But Biden would have to live for 40 more years telling these stories. Imagine how incoherent.
You're right.
If Biden makes it to 120 and he's like, you're just like, come on.
It's also a good point that, like, even if that guy, hypothetically, who's the oldest man in the world, is what, 109 or something like that?
Oh, they're way older than that.
No.
They get up to 120 now.
No, they don't.
They do.
Shut up.
They
dude.
do.
Shut up.
I'm telling you the truth.
Penis, Caleb thinks he knows the facts.
I know stuff. I'm obsessed with the oldest people.
Is that
in the
true?
world.
It's 120?
Yes.
Damn.
They could have just died. They always die.
Oh, you mean like the current oldest person in the world?
Oh, dude, I look at it all the time. It's like
Really?
I like to look at who's the richest, and I like to look at who's the oldest. But let me see. One guy made it to as a lady, made it to 122. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
no,
right.
it's crazy. And Adam Christie used to have one of my favorite jokes in the world about it, about how the number one cause of death for oldest person in the world is murder by the second oldest person.
God, that is so funny, dude.
So Gene Calment made it to 122.
Damn, dude.
122. Really crazy to go from 1875 to 1997. You know what I mean? From no car to the internet in your lifetime.
Yeah, dude.
Really, really crazy.
From covered wagons to Limp Biscuit, dude. He's like, yeah, give me something to break. I get it, man.
So the oldest person right now, who's alive. Oh wow, we got a 116. Tomiko Utuka
Wow, dude.
in Japan, 116. Pretty crazy.
I think it's time to give that guy another quinceañera. I think it starts over at 0 once you hit 100. Dude,
The oldest person in the United States is Elizabeth Francis, who was born in 1909. She's still alive.
whoa, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
That's older than me.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's so fucking crazy, dude. Oh, man, dude. By the way, you know, we like talking about Doug Emhoff,
Oh, dude.
current second gentleman
Don't
of
we
the
ever.
United States. Yeah, I got a Doug fact. I was reading about Doug.
I love Doug Fact.
Yeah.
Doug facts.
Okay.
Doug facts.
Doug is 15 years old.
Doug facts.
He does seem happy as a...
Doug facts.
He is happy. Yeah.
He has the happiness of someone who has been transported into an adult's body with a
Yeah.
with a happy kid brain
He's got
that's
a real
not developed.
13 going on 30 thing going
Yeah.
on. Yeah, totally.
He made a wish on Zoltan, I think.
It seems like Doug says shit like, baby, I'm going to sleep in the tanning bed. What about
on.
that? Let's
That'd be
try
fun.
it. Yeah. Oh, man. She's like literally talking to the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and he's like, you want to try to fuck in the ocean? And
I got a Doug fact for you. Do you know that every morning he spends 10 minutes dancing on a piano?
Doug facts.
whoa,
That's true.
that's pretty good,
He
dude.
said that's the secret to his health.
Yeah, you know, I heard
Doug
that's it's actually reversed. The movie Big got that from him.
Doug facts. Doug facts.
Also, things may have changed by the time you've heard this. News is always changing. He might be the first gentleman by now.
Yeah, Doug might be dead.
Who knows?
Yeah, dude.
Things happen.
He might be the first gentleman by now. I guess he might. If Biden dies before the election, then he is the first gentleman now.
What if Biden's how we find out that dying isn't what we thought it was?
What do you mean, like he's already dead?
Yeah.
You're like he's dead now?
Yeah, like a Christmas Carol. When this friend, like if Biden is just the first visible ghost
To everybody?
Yeah.
I'm the ghost of Biden's past. Damn, yeah,
how
sure.
a roach can live for like a week without its head?
So Joe Biden is the ghost of America's past. Hunter Biden is the ghost of America's present.
That's true.
And Barron Trump is the ghost of America's future.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
That's a little dark, though. That sort of means that kid is dead. I didn't really mean that.
Well, Casper's dead,
Yeah, but in like a fun way.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Where he's like a pillow and a mattress,
And he doesn't seem to be...
Come on. Go to Casper.com/suck my dick to get 10% off your next extra firm.
We
You know what I mean?
dropped by a lot of sponsors.
We do, man.
We really do.
El Segundo Brewing, and that's the only one we've ever had. Oh, and Spotify for podcasters.
Oh,
Stopped,
that happens.
asking us for ads.
What are you going to do, though?
What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Change the name of your podcast and keep on
Tipping.
moving. Yeah. Billionairesaregood.com is our website. We're
That's
at
right.
Billionaires Are Good on all the socials.
Mm-hmm. Tell a
If you
friend,
want to jump in, and at the end of every episode, we do a game called What's It Called, where we rename a movie and play that game with us. It's fun.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/billionairesaregood
Yeah, give us money.
give us some fucking money.
And we'll use it.
And join our Discord.
Yeah.
And I'm not touring much. And you know what? I've really been thinking about it, buddy. I think I really might completely stop. I have some stuff booked, but I've just really, if you've been following me and the show all this year, I been dipping my toe in, and I used to do it all the time and love it, but I'm 41, and I think I might be a homebody now. That's not
Home
to say
is good.
I
like
won't.
home.
I'll still travel to some places and do some stuff, and so it's not like I won't hypothetically come to your town, but making it a major part of my day-to-day, I think it's got to stop.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to take a break, Everybody has to do that from time to time,
Well, also, I really mean forever, man.
Hey, if that's what you got to do, it's what you got to do.
But
You're like Jay-Z, he quit.
Yeah, changed my hair.
And then he was like, I'm done quitting,
yeah.
Well,
Well, like I said, I still there's exceptions to that, but I'm really slowing down at the very least. And I do have some stuff booked. I'm headlining Go Bananas in Cincinnati, Ohio, the weekend of the 18th, and then I will be in Gainesville, Florida, and Jacksonville, Florida for the fest and a pre-fest show at the end. I believe it's the 23rd through the 26th of October. The info is all on my website, davetotheross.com. And, dude, you know what I'm doing in between those two things?
what are you doing, dude?
I was going to go on a little tour, and then I decided I didn't want to do that. And so, man, I'm so excited for this. I found a state park an hour and a half from Cincinnati where you can hike to 3 different waterfalls.
What?
Yeah.
That's not real, Dave.
I made a reservation
Not
at a
real.
campsite there, and I'm going to go camping and hiking alone for 3 days. And then I'm going to fly to Florida.
Whoa. Eat, pray, love.
I'm finally going to sow my royal oats.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah. I'm going to fuck a
I was about
mountain
to say.
lion, and I'm going to die trying.
Yeah.
You know what 50 Cent said.
That was his first
Fuck a mountain
draft.
lion or die trying.
They're like, how about get rich?
Oh, yeah, that'd be
you're
better.
probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a billionaire?
Not yet.
Is he working on it?
I think he's going to get there.
Wow.
I have a lot of faith in 50 Cent.
Really?
Yeah. He's
What-
invincible.
Is he?
They shot him 9 times, Dave.
I thought they shot him 50 times.
9. That's what
Well, why isn't he 9 cents?
doesn't sound as good. It's all about
Man,
marketing.
I didn't realize 50 Cent was a fucking liar, dude.
So I will be touring all around. I'll be at Prairie Street Brewing in Rockford, Illinois, September 13th. Poorhouse Music Hall in Raleigh, North Carolina, September 29th. The Denver Comedy Lounge, October 4th and 5th. The Comedy Nest in Montreal, October 24th through the 26th. Alameda Comedy Club in Alameda, California, November 1st and 2nd. Denver Comedy Underground, November 8th and 9th. Planet of the Tapes in Louisville, Kentucky, November 15th and 16th. Comic Sense at the Boulderado in Boulder, Colorado, December 5th through the 7th. Go Bananas in Cincinnati, Ohio, December 12th through the 15th. The Riot in Houston, Texas, December 20th and 21st. So get tickets for that, and especially get tickets for the Riot. Those sell out. That's a great club. So you got to get those tickets. I'd rather it be you than a bunch of idiots. You know what I mean? So get those tickets in December. It'll be fun. Me too. Bring your family and friends. Idiots. I hate them. And they're everywhere.
They're all stupid.
Unbelievable.
Man, and some of them are president.
So I wanted to talk about your thing about slowing down with the touring, maybe quitting forever.
Okay.
So the guy who hosted The Tonight Show before Johnny Carson, Jack Parr, he was doing well. But he got tired of it. He was like, I'm sick of talking to celebrities, and it's a lot of work, you know?
Yeah.
And he got really tired of it, and when he quit, he said, like in an interview, he goes, there's got to be a better way to make money than this.
That's funny.
And like a few years later, he went on as a guest with Johnny Carson, and Johnny said, so why did you quit? And he goes, well, I did say there's got to be a better way to make money than this. And turns out there's not.
Damn. That's really funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
He's like, turns out all work sucks. So
well, that is a thing that I've been considering.
Yeah.
All work does suck. Last episode,
Yeah,
I
it's
was
not
like,
fun.
I think I was sharing feeling like run down and feeling bad about comedy, which I've gone through a handful of times. And it's, like I am fully aware that as much as it can be hard and a slog and hurt, and I'm like, fuck, like I swear I'm good and people like it. It's still, the industry doesn't care. I'm not making money, stuff like that. But I'm fully aware that I am lucky and privileged to be able to do it the amount I am, and that's how I make money, even if I'm fucking poor as shit. And so I'm considering that, and that's one of the reasons I'm saying it's like not totally done. But I do have to consider how bad it's been making me feel, the road specifically.
Yeah.
And so I literally am like, okay, if what I have to do is get a job in New York to allow me to live there and not really travel, that's what I'll do. And likely that job will suck on a dick. And but like
They all do. All jobs suck.
The exhaustion from all the traveling, it hits me in a way that absolutely 100% is worse than whatever fucking job. Also, here's another thing. I really like having a manual labor job.
Really?
Yes. I really, it's like, it's just sort of, I don't know. It does two things for me. It's like, moving around, doing something that doesn't use my brain. It just like, I've always enjoyed it. I worked at a construction site when I was in college for a while, and then I worked at the Minolta factory, breaking down old camera kits and putting them into separate boxes. It was mindless, but there's just something about it where like you look at it and you're like, okay, I put that amount of boxes over there. I completed a task, and I like sweat a little bit, and I got the blood flowing, and like a lot of fun moments come out of that with who you're working with, because you have your brain and your voice free. And the other thing I like about it is that it connects you to where you live. You like go make something or do something in the city that you live. I don't know. I really like
That's
that.
so interesting. I feel the exact opposite. I remember the first time I had all my jobs I've ever had have been manual labor. Our first day of a full job when I was 16. I remember being like 2/3 of the way through the day, and I was just like, oh no, life has begun. And this is what it is.
Yeah.
It's work. Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I should clarify. I don't like them all.
No.
And in New York, I mean, I also know how to make websites, and I just might end up doing that. Because
Do that.
Yeah. But it's also like,
Dave makes good websites.
yeah, I make them for fun now. I like ironically have like a portfolio still because I'm just like such a fucking jag-off on the internet. I'm like, check out sex.guns.beer.
Sex.guns.beer.
I'll make you a website like this. But what am I saying here?
I want to be a billionaire.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. How many
But
hours do you
like
think I'd have to work at the box factory?
I guess I should have said warehouse. I like a warehouse job.
Okay, yeah. No.
An outdoor job, especially somewhere that's humid, fucking sucks
No, yeah,
so
it sucks
bad, dude.
It sucks bad.
You're just like pouring sweat, and you have to wear jeans because it's like dangerous.
Yeah.
Ugh, fucking blows, man.
Dude, I know, and I'm always such a little bitch about it. Like when I'm walking around, I'm like, how long have they been building that apartment? I mean, how long does it take? How long does it take to build? Come on. It's been like 2 months. It's still not a building yet. It's like my job is like telling dick jokes in bars, and I'm just like, these dudes
Yeah,
are...
I know. Like, what's your... Yeah, totally. They're just like...
taking so long?
Yeah, they're covered in dust, and everyone's always like, God, fucking construction workers catcalling women, and I think that's bad, but I think I know why. They're just like, oh my God. Thank God. Yeah, if like a bottle of water walked by, they'd be like, "Whoa, looking good."
A bottle of water.
Oh boy,
it is funny. I mean, is catcalling still going, or did that end? Nothing really ends, does it?
Dude, are you kidding, right?
Is it still going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
thought that was like,
damn,
became illegal.
Ask your girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Ask your girlfriend today, and she'll be like, every day someone yells at me on the street. Usually it's more than 10.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
I just thought
this is hilarious to me.
I thought, because I remember when that was a big thing when they were like catcalling during like when Me Too started, and they're like, enough of the catcalling and stuff.
Yeah, no one listened.
And I remember so many dudes tweeting like, how am I supposed to meet a lady?
That's so funny.
How am I supposed to?
Without screaming out of my Vespa. I'm riding my Vespa through West Hollywood. I see a hot girl. I want to marry her. Well, the other thing is that like a lot of women I've talked to are like, I think a lot of people feel this way. Like there's good and bad versions of catcalling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also some people grew up and live in a culture where catcalling is just kind of what you do. And there's like a positive, non-threatening way to do it.
Like what's a good way?
I don't know. I think it's context-based. I don't think that there's a good way. I think that there's a good context, and you're someone who understands.
Great hat.
Like one time, I used to, like when I was dating a lot, I would go through the occasional period where, yeah, dude. Oh man, you know what I like? Putting my penis into a vagina.
Whoa.
Yeah, sex.
That's right, dude.
Yeah, man. Oh man, I'm so awesome. Drink it. I'm all coffeeed up, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
you dated a lot of ladies.
Yeah, I would like went through like I had like a few periods where I was like dating a bunch, and I wasn't really on the apps, and I also like at a certain point I realized that everything is fine with talking to people if you're just like not threatening and honest. And so like if I was always nervous on every date, and I would just be like, hey, I get really nervous. I'm just like excited for the date. Sorry if I'm like shaking or acting weird. And
nice.
And then they'd be like, oh, cool. And during that period, I started to get confident. And then like I knew LA really well. And I remember one time in particular, I was like really kind of fired up. I was like having a great day, hanging out with some friends. And I walked by a group of women who were all really cute. And at walking by, I was like, oh my God, they're all hot. They're all hot. Look at them. Hot girls. And they all laughed. And I was like, I'm sorry. I love you. And I
just... Dude, that's like a mini relationship. You're hot. I'm sorry. I love you. That's how it is.
And, you know, there might even be people listening that are like, oh, Dave. And I hear that. I understand why that might like send off an alarm bell. But I'm telling you, the context was like how we like all vibed together on the street. It felt funny. It felt silly. It felt like no one felt like hurt or run up on. But there's another situation in which absolutely that person would have been like, what the fuck? Like,
right, yeah.
And I think one, when it's dark, that's bad. When they're alone,
Dark,
that's bad.
alone, those are bad. Anything that reminds you of horror movies at
totally.
all, not good.
Not looking at you is another one. If they're not looking at you, they don't want to talk to you.
Right.
And even then, it's tough. But the thing is that like you got to default to not doing it. I don't do it, but I think the reason I've talked to enough women that are like, yeah, it's complicated. Like I had a friend who told me that she grew up in Corpus Christi, Texas, and walking down the street, men would like whistle and be like, looking good today, and she'd be like, thank you. And
wow.
And then she was like, I moved to Austin, and no one did that because it's wrong. And she was like, I missed it. It made me feel self-conscious.
Right. Like I can't imagine a world where, like in the past, I would say 5 years, I think I've gotten that aren't from Ginny or my mom. I think I've gotten 3 compliments.
Yeah. And
so it's like I can't imagine getting daily.
Right. And
Like
how that would feel.
how unbelievably confident I would be
Yeah.
if I walked down the street and women were like, damn. Dude, you couldn't tell me shit. I would be like, I need a woman who's 7 feet tall and makes $1 million. I would be so high on my own shit.
Yeah.
I would feel like a superhero.
Well, also another problem with catcalling, I think, that we don't really talk about, and I've seen this happen a lot, is like a guy will go, looking good, and a girl will not want to talk to him.
Right.
And then he'll go, fine, you fucking bitch.
It's like, whoa.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That doesn't even work with women who love you.
Yeah, dude.
That wouldn't even work with your wife, dude.
And for the record, I do want to say adamantly, the baseline absolutely needs to be to not do it. It is wrong in
It is
almost every case. And you could make a case for it if you understand it, but I bet you don't.
Right. I even get confused. Like, I wear a Braves hat. I grew up in Georgia, you know? And so usually in the airport, I'll be walking around, somebody will be like, go Braves! And I'll just,
Jesus.
and I don't remember that's what's on my head. I'm not looking at my hat. Dude. So I just had, my headphones are on. I'm like, did someone just yell at me? Like, what? It's confusing.
Dude, I'm visiting LA right now.
Yeah.
And doing comedy shows, and I'm on the lineups. And so, like, I lived here for years. There are people at the shows who either went there to see me or know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, walking up to a show and walking away from a show yesterday, people were like, Dave Ross! And I couldn't see them.
Right.
Terrifying both times.
Yeah.
Like,
especially when it's dudes. Like, I think dudes also forget that. Like,
you're big, man.
yeah, it's
You got a deep voice.
Men yelling at me is not it's not what anybody really wants.
Also, like, you don't know how you sound. Like, how many times, and also you don't know how other people hear other people. Like, how many times have you, this happens to me constantly. I'll be like, hey, where'd you get that sandwich?
Mm-hmm.
And they'd be like, I got it from over there. Okay.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, wow, all right. But to them, I walked up and I was like, where'd you get that sandwich, you fucking bitch?
Yeah,
and,
it's hard to.
So just, lower your voice.
And it's tough as comedians. Our inflections, it's very hard to sound. It happens to me all the time where people think I'm kidding, and I'm not at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's hard. But who does that? Does anyone sarcastically catcall? Great ass.
I'll bet you they do. That's not really catcalling.
It's like
That's just like being a dick. I think plenty of people bully you on the street. You know what I mean? Ugly shirt.
Yeah, also not good.
Yeah, dude.
Not good.
I mean, like that. I feel like that's what men do to each other all the time.
No, that's all men do to each other.
Do you know Wayne Memott in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
He's great. I love Wayne. And he's so funny. And he runs a great room that I do all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And just the sweetest guy, and everybody loves him. But you bring him up. It's Dave Waite, another guy I love so much.
Very funny dude.
He's here in L.A., but he came up in Cincinnati, and he's like one of the elders in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
So Wayne was like a year or two in when Dave was 10 years in or something like that. And I was like talking to Dave recently, and I was, Wayne Memott, and he goes, purple shorts. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, he came to the open mic at Go Bananas wearing purple shorts, and we were all just yelling purple shorts at him. And I was like, and that was like 10 years ago. He's like, yeah. And I was like, I mean, who cares if he's wearing purple shorts? And he goes, would you wear purple shorts to an open mic? And I was like, I guess I wouldn't. Yeah.
Anytime I've ever done anything new or different or slight variation, it's just like
everyone's like, lame loser.
Dudes are like such walk into the green room, denim, huh? Denim jacket. Ooh, he's a denim jacket guy. And I'm just like,
yeah.
You're wearing one.
Yeah.
Why are you making fun of me?
Yeah, but you never did.
Well, now I do.
Someone's trying to look a little better. Man, I remember one time I was at a barbecue at Erin Lennox's house, and she's married to Billy Wayne Davis, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like, I know all the comics in L.A., they saw me grow up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was, for years, I was that young comedian who dressed like shit and had a mustard stain on his shirt.
Yeah.
And always was like, why can't I get laid? And, like, meanwhile, like, everything out of my mouth is just, like, sad, and all my clothes don't fit, and they're gross. And I started dressing better and, like, wearing clothes that fit and shit. And I was, like, sitting at a table in the back of Erin Lennox's house, and Billy comes out. He's smoking weed, and he, like, is saying hi to people. And he looks at Dave, and he goes, Dave, man, what the fuck happened to you? And everybody laughed so hard, and I was like, fuck, yeah, man. I started wearing clothes that fit, dude. And he was like, wow, cool, man.
Right, you can get insulted for starting to try.
Yeah, dude.
That's very funny. Like, dudes will bully each other for anything. It's like, sometimes I'll get a haircut, and they're like, oh,
haircut, Mr. Haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if it isn't old sideburns.
Yeah, dudes will make fun of you for drinking water.
Yeah.
What are you drinking water for?
Yeah, what are you afraid?
What?
Man, we're 30 minutes in, and we haven't even announced that our billionaire this week is Taylor Swift.
Oh, you know it's got to be Taylor Swift.
This one is tough for me. It's tough for me that she's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of Taylor Swift.
Whoa, dude.
I'm also not a fan. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're a guy.
Yeah.
You're just a regular guy.
People have, like, I have so many guy friends. They're like, oh, I love her. And I think they're lying. I think they just want to sound cool. And I also have a lot of people that are like, yeah, fucking, and a piece of shit. One of them is my girlfriend. Fucking hates her.
Oh, yeah. She hates. Seething hatred.
Yeah. And even to Allie, I have defended Taylor Swift. And it's because while I do find her music very boring, I think that she interacts positively with the world, herself, generally. And to like hate someone because of their fans, which is like is what Allie's problem is, or not really because of her fans, but like the story of Taylor Swift. I tend to be like, hey, we should cut someone a break, however well they've done in the world, with like hating them if they're not actively trying to be an asshole the way like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos fucking are.
Yeah.
That said, though, the more that she continues to exist, and now that she's a billionaire, I kind of think I'm like, because I get it with Allie. Allie's a woman, and the story of Taylor Swift is that her life has been so hard. And all of her fans are like, her life is so hard.
They talk about her like she's John McCain or something. Like,
yeah.
Like, were you in a Vietnam
her
camp?
She's been through so much, and she just went through all the regular stuff you go through when you're alive.
Yeah.
In a first world country with a lot of money.
Yeah, it's like, oh, man, can you believe Jake Gyllenhaal's got the scarf? And it's like, yeah, man, that's just kind of, it does suck to go through breakups. It's hard to grow up.
Yeah.
It's hard to date a man.
When people say that person's been through so much in that way, they're literally saying that person hasn't been through very much. Because, like,
did she beat cancer? What did she do?
An equally famous person is Rihanna. And it's like, she's been through so much.
Yes. Truly.
Yeah, dude.
Truly. No, but I also don't, like, I don't have a problem with, but it's like,
it's fine.
If someone described the Beatles, you know, that way, Paul McCartney's been through so much.
John Lennon's been through so much. It's hard to hate your kids.
I mean, I like Taylor Swift. She's got some good songs.
Sure, absolutely.
Same way I feel about the Beatles.
Absolutely.
Did they go through that
and
much?
A billionaire to have gone through to have had so many breakups that you're a billionaire is fucking frustrating, man.
Yeah.
But it's good.
At least though,
She's
like,
good.
and maybe I'm wrong here, but I think most musical artists would be a billionaire if their tour made $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's as far as I know, I didn't know if she did anything like
Investment wise.
Yeah, anything that was like shady or insider trading or maybe. But
yeah, I don't know.
she just Drake would be a billionaire if his tour made $1 billion.
Sure.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So at least hers is from the thing, as far as I know. It's not like she sat on a patent or something. I don't know.
Or I don't know, maybe she has a bunch of companies out there, like Mark Wahlberg.
Maybe.
Swift Burgers.
And if she did, that's good, because Billionaires are good, and I like it.
Yeah, they're
And,
good. I like what they do. I like that
what
they
they're
have
up
$1 billion.
to. Yeah.
I want her to do that. I want her to be like Mark Wahlberg, man. Wahlburgers.
Wouldn't
What
you
would be
be-
her equivalent of Wahlburgers? Swift Shop. Swift. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Swifty car rental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tinker Tailor.
Tinker, Taylor, Swifter, Spy. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that's
And
what
they
it'd
sell
be.
binoculars.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But wouldn't you, if you're a billionaire, wouldn't you be afraid of getting robbed all day? Like, wake up and it's gone? Like, someone took my $1 billion away?
Yeah,
I'd be
absolutely.
very worried about that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You would. One time, my credit card information got stolen off of a fucking parking meter.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, me neither. And I put my credit card in, and then no shit, an hour later, I start getting all these
Oh, no.
notifications from my bank, and I get a call, and they're like, "Hey, is this you? Is this you? Is this you? These transactions?" And I was like, "No." And luckily, it was only a few $100s, and they're like, "Okay, yeah," and they canceled them all. I got the money back. It ended up not being fine. My bank is great with that shit. And I was like, "That's so crazy. How did they get it?" I've just been driving around. And the guy was like, "I'm pretty sure they took it from you on that parking meter." And I was like, "Oh, wow. Is that a regular thing?" And he was like, "Yeah, well, the city doesn't really spend a lot of money on the internet security of the parking meters." And I was like, "Well, duh.
Wow, yeah.
Of course. It's a perfect place to steal someone's credit card information."
So if you're looking to steal some credit card information, check out a
Get in
parking
there.
meter. you
Yeah.
know? Make a few. That's always those ads you get. Cool at ways to make money. Go to a parking meter, steal people's credit card information.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty good.
That's
That's how Taylor Swift became a billionaire.
stealing people's identities.
Stealing.
She's been through so much.
Look, she's been through. Life is hard.
Life is hard. She has been through.
Life is hard for
stuff.
everybody, but
Yeah.
I have not heard yet of what it was that was.
She's been through so much. It's been so hard for Taylor.
Like she's her and Mandela both.
Yeah, totally. Oh man, I love You know who my favorite musician is? Nelson Mandela. Been through so much.
He has been through a lot.
Been through a lot. Basically, everyone who's ever made music has been through so much. Even the worst artists in the world.
But no one. They only said about her that no one's listening to Pitbull. He's been through so much. Pitbull's been through a lot.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Jay-Z's definitely been through so much. Kanye for sure, dude. That's the other
Ludacris
thing.
has been
There's
through a
some
lot.
versions of being through so much that are really their fault. At a certain point, it was not Kanye's fault that he had gone through a lot. But
Yeah.
where we're
He
at
has
now,
been through a lot.
But he's been through
He's
a
been
lot.
through a
dude.
lot.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Kim Kardashian. Joe Biden's been through so
Joe Biden
much.
has been through a lot.
He's been through a lot.
a lot
dude.
of time.
Yeah. Who do you think in history has been through the most?
Probably the oldest.
Probably
person.
the oldest person.
Yeah.
Man.
Because there's no way 90 to 120. That's a rough 30 years.
I was
dude.
thinking, you were saying, they get batty, they start thinking and saying
Yeah.
crazy shit.
I met Vincent Van Gogh.
No,
you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You did not.
My legs are made of chalk.
No.
I was just thinking that, even if they were honest, I ate a pound of bacon every day of my life. Even if they were talking about the last 30 years of their life, that would have been starting at 91 years old.
I know. It's
Yeah.
it's really crazy to imagine.
I invented the towel.
No, you didn't. Everything you say is lies. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's great. You graduated from high school in 1928.
Yeah.
Class of 28. And then you just kept living.
Yeah,
So
when you
crazy.
were born, your bathroom was in the yard. You've been through so much.
Yeah, you've
dude.
been through a lot. Yeah.
I think that we should. I'm not interested in the oldest person. I'm interested
Youngest?
in the Yeah, who's the youngest person in the world? That's hilarious. No, the person who's alive right now who's been through the most. It's also. I think it's tough because in order for you to be like they've been through so much, you have to think about life like that. Like
Right.
I guess if I think about it, I think I've been through a lot. But it's more like it's hard, and I'm like trying to figure it out. I think that's most people.
Yeah, and it's also if you wrote
I'm going
30 songs a year about your life, people would think you went through a lot. 'Cause
Yeah.
Just she's very prolific, so she writes a song about each and every bad day she's ever had. So you're aware of it. So it feels like she's your friend.
I had another bad day. Life is really hard. God damn. I tripped on the sidewalk and they towed my car. I had another bad day.
It's not hard to write songs. It's not hard to write songs.
Oh man, I woke up covered in piss.
I honestly though, like when I look at my life, I've been through things, but like I haven't had all that many bad days. If you add up all my days, most of them haven't been bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. Who am I to talk? Like I think about that meme. There's a very popular meme that going around now that Twitter you can be like openly sexist and racist. There's a lot of new memes on there.
Right, because Elon's not banning people.
So that one of the popular ones is it's the guy texting, he laying on his bed, and then the lady's texting, laying on the bed, and you see the little bubbles, and the woman's
What's he
texting the
thinking
guy
about?
saying, I had a bad day. And the guy's in his brain is thinking, when's this bitch gonna have a good day? And then he's texting her, what's wrong? And it's a very popular meme now because dudes have this thing where when they have a bad day, they push it down and never tell anyone and then die.
Right.
And it's a thing that like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
That dudes are like, dude, so true. I don't have bad days. It's like,
Yeah.
I guess I have less bad days than like an average lady. But dudes still have them.
Well, you also have you have like worked for and cultivated a very positive attitude. That's a very real thing about you, and it's nice. It's a really good thing, and so your perspective on a bad day is different than other people's perspective on a bad day, also, and also like you set yourself up in life to have less bad days than other people. I have a lot of bad days, especially lately. I've been telling you, I've been like fucked. I've been like, stress has been overwhelming me and all this shit. I also feel like yeah, you're right. Women are more prone to be open about their feelings. They're like taught that it's okay, and we're taught that we're like we should be killed if we ever feel bad. But I also think, separate from all of that, that there's a specific type of person, man or woman, and maybe there's more women than men that are like this, but like. It's just a very specific thing to be having a bad day and be like, I'm going through a lot. And and then I think because like I like very often I'm like fuck today is rough, dude. But it's like I don't know. It's like a little bit of like taking responsibility for yourself or not. That's the difference. Like, and I think Taylor Swift does this thing for many, many, many people that like. Want someone to say to them, you're going through a lot. And then she says, I'm going through a lot. And they think they're her. So they're like, she's going through a lot. But what they're saying is, I'm going through a lot, And I guess that's all right. But like, it's annoying.
I've realized that it's actually like stall tactics are effective, which is what I've noticed with that. Like, because people feel that with Taylor Swift, and like sometimes when I can't think of what to say, I'll just say, and it works to go like, I see you, I hear you, and like you're just saying bullshit. You're just, I'm like shit. You got to come up with something I understand where you're coming. You can buy a lot of time to think of some shit to say with that, and people like to hear it. Like it works on me when someone's like, "I see you."
I think you should try to not make that be bullshit. You should maybe.
Well, I see and hear everyone who's ever spoken to me. I've seen them and heard them.
That's not true, though. Yeah, I mean, but you don't really mean I see you when I hear you.
It's not
literally.
a ghost.
No, it's literally like I get
see
it. I get what you're saying. That's all that people want anyway.
Yeah.
All that people want is for someone to be like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How you feel makes sense.
Right.
I'm going to say it into the camera right now. All of you who are out there, I was just thinking we probably have some listeners that love Taylor Swift and feel seen and heard and understood by her.
Exactly.
And I think that that's good. And I want to say that I hear you and I see you.
Right.
And I think all of your problems are important. And I also think that the simplest version of telling you that you're understood, which is what Taylor Swift does,
Right.
Doesn't need to be the only validation for your completely valid feelings.
Sure.
A woman who's like, rich and got dumped a couple times, you're better than her. She sucks.
Yeah.
And you don't.
Yeah, you're great. But that's the thing. Like, there's the account, The Secret, on Twitter. And they'll tweet stuff like the universe is working for you, and
oh my god,
everything you're doing is good. And I'll just be like, pieces of shit have access to the internet.
I think about that all the fucking time, dude. How there was a while when I was really in the pandemic, my mental health just went down the fucking drain. I was just all day attacking myself in my head.
Yeah,
and so I started following these psychiatry accounts, and some of which are just the good ones, like NAMI Communicate, which is the National Association of Mental. I don't know, but they it's run by psychologists who are just trying to share knowledge about it. But most of them are just some fucking guy who made a graphic,
right?
Who wanted to make people feel better, but they don't know who they're talking to. So if you're reading it, you'll read these things, and they're just if your boyfriend has a job where he has to stay after 10 p.m., he's cheating on you. You're getting gaslit. I'm good God, man.
Yeah, I just always imagine a guy with a little robber mask and a gun in his hand. His other hand, he's scrolling Twitter, and it's just do that thing you've been wanting to do. Yeah. And he's like, sweet.
You'll read these quotes on Twitter that is just if you can't handle me at my screaming the N-word,
oh my God,
you don't deserve me at my throwing up from drinking.
You shouldn't be mean.
Yeah.
I can handle it.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's crazy. People are just I get to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And if that's a problem, you're what the fuck? Don't be mean.
Yeah.
It's so insane that people are just I deserve everything and contribute nothing. Who told you this?
Damn, this was a bitchy episode, dude.
Oh, yeah. I'm pissed.
I'm pissed.
That's right. But Taylor Swift is good.
Yeah. And you know what? She has some good songs.
She really does.
She does.
She does.
She does, dude. All right, man.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what time it is.
Oh, shit.
What's it called?
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
Here we go.
What's it called? No, he doesn't even know what it's called.
Oh, you know what
Chris
time
Cresswell
it is.
fucking rips, dude.
He's
Thanks
awesome.
for the songs, buddy.
So we always like to rename stuff. Check us out at Billionaires Are Good. Join our Discord. Hop on Twitter at Billionaires Are Good. And the game this week, we always like to rename stuff. We think it's a lot of fun. We've done it since the beginning. Is if Beetlejuice. So the new Beetlejuice movie's coming out, right? Beetlejuice. So if Beetlejuice, if he was played by Jason Statham, one of our favorite actors.
Man, I forgot that was the game. That's really fun. So this week, I haven't read any of the names. Caleb picked the top 10 completely, and he's going to read them. And so this is, I'm just an audience right now.
Yeah, so this is very fun. I love Jason. It's a fun impression to do, and it's just, what a different movie.
I want to rip off your face.
So,
that fucking Sean Cullen bit, man.
Who's Dan? I'm Dan on Discord. Said, "Oi, cunts." Good title. Winslow Dumaine on Twitter said, "The bloke with a joke."
The bloke with a joke.
A bloke with
a
a
fucking
joke.
bloke with a fucking joke.
Shitbird Deluxe on Discord said, "Dishaunting fuck."
dissenting fuck.
Larry Below on Discord said, "A diseased bloke that has a penchant for chaos is back for another round, yeah?"
Yeah, back for another round, yeah? Dude, that's good.
Ghost Party on Discord said, "Juicy my bollocks."
Juicy my bollocks? That's funny. Juicy my bollocks.
Bushel of Awesome on Twitter said, "Extremely beetle and incredibly juiced."
That's great. Hell yeah, dude.
The One True Dog on Discord said, "I reckon the beetle gets fucked."
I reckon fur is a fucking God, man. British people are fucking hillbillies.
They're really funny. Kick Assatron on Discord said, "Blimey, this fucker don't know he's dead, isn't it, Governor?"
Hell yeah, dude.
Look, Main Georgement on Twitter said, crank, let's fuck in the streets and become Godzilla and shit."
Hell yeah, dude.
And the Ricky shit this week goes to Creed on Discord. Tough Ghost.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's great.
Tough Ghost.
Thank y'all so much. You're
Very
so
fun.
funny.
Very,
People
very
who listen
funny.
to our show are so funny. It's always such a fun fucking game. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
have you seen that movie yet?
I have not seen the first one or the second one.
I also have not seen the first or second one.
But I've seen clips. You know, I get that Michael Keaton's really funny in it and stuff. I should
Yeah,
watch it.
He is
probably.
great. We should watch the first one together and
Hell
then
yeah,
go
dude.
see the new one.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. We looked it up though. Every week. Look, this show is not about movies, but we're movie nerds, so we take a little moment.
Yeah.
We're going to get back to watching movies together on our Twitch in
Hell
the
yeah,
future at
dude.
some point. But the biggest question on my mind with every single movie I watch is Jeffrey Wright in it?
Yeah,
Ladies
you
and
gotta
gentlemen, the Jeffrey Wright Report.
The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report. The Jeffrey Wright Report.
Okay,
He is
yeah,
not
he's not
in
in,
it.
Beetlejuice, but he's in a lot of.
He's in a lot of
lot
movies.
of movies.
Yeah, he is in a lot of movies.
We swear.
He is, man.
Pretty soon he's going to be in.
He's
going to
be in more movies
Yeah.
that we watch very soon. I promise. And you're the best fans on earth.
We love you so
We
much.
love you so much. Layer on down.
Layer down, keep
You know,
tipping, have
keep on
fun,
tipping.
like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell.
BillionairesAreGood.com for
Tell a
links
friend.
to all of our shit. And before we go, of course,
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
It is still there.
The Ben Shapiro's Beard Update.
thank you so much for listening to the show. We'll see you next time.
Peace up.
Bye.
Billionaires are good.